Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome. We back to drawing things. I changed up my setup just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Hello. We draw in Twisted Wonderland OCs. Because that's fun. My boy is based off car. he big slick. I think I can... No, I can't merge all the layers here. I thought about this very carefully. Sort of. I'm the girl from before that you couldn't pronounce the name of and has a low tolerance to my Game Boy stuff. Ah, you have another channel, I guess. Babina. This is my actual channel. Nice. Cute nickname. I like it. I only have this. I've been consistent with usernames for like ever. Hello everyone, how's Kalia coming along? He is lined. If I can zoom out, everything's still laggy because I only have a laptop to do everything with instead of having a phone. Welcome back, Marcus. Yeah, see, I like changed the capture. Woo, he is lined. I'm probably gonna add more details to the outfit. I want it to look cool and spooky. I can't be here for the day though because I have an art assignment to do and it's due tomorrow, so bye. Just want to say, if I draw your OCs, it's going to be on this account. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by. You can always have something on in the background, you know. I do have references for Kalia on Tumblr. Why is the tail dripping? Is it overblock? Yes! This is an overblock design. I took his fancy long braid that gets stuck in everything and turned it into like a little snake. Well, not really a little snake. He is an anaconda, so he's a thick one. Now I can merge my layers. They expect me to be able to photocopy this realistic painting. Oof. That's a lot. Wait, I need to fix this real quick. Live editing. Pop that out. Give you a better idea of my workspace. Wow. I'm gonna die. Bye. Don't die. I believe in you. Believe in the me who believes in you. I think I messed up that quote. Now you can see how hectic my layering scheme goes. Yeah, that's right, I have to add stuff on here. I forgot the little wrappings! But they're tattered wrappings. I'm gonna really be, like, taking my time here because, this is lagging a lot. And yeah, I'm just gonna try and work with it instead of trying to fight against it, you know? Also, my Zooms of choice today are Appel, Cater, and Silver. I don't know why. I just felt like it. I'm debating on whether or not I want them to have, like, bracelets or not right now. Because I think I gave them some in the original design. But, I don't know if I want to keep that. But I do know I want to keep stuff wrapped around. Part of his design has, like stuff wrapped around his arms. It's more like for a sporty-esque look. Just visually more interesting to look at, I guess. I don't know. My design philosophy is just make things look cool or cute. So in this case, we're going cool and spooky. to be like tattered and not good. I'm thinking quite hard about this. Now this is the little side. I do want to get to coloring him at some point today. Hopefully. I need to look up something real quick. I need some inspiration. I think I'm coming with something. I have some pictures of Soma from Black Butler on the side. Has a little bit of like design inspiration. I wish I could zoom in. But it is so unresponsive. Where is the... I don't want it rotated right now. Please zoom in. Okay, now you're going too much. Yeah, doing too much. I'm drawing a symmetrical design with birds and fishes, and one of the fishes is way off to the side. Ugh. Drawing symmetrically is so tricky. Like one of those abstract things. I remember I made like an abstract pattern for one of my assignments one time, and I kind of messed it up when I colored it, and I didn't realize until it was finished. It's like, ah, yes, that design is completely intentional. I totally didn't mess up the pattern. It was honestly kind of funny. Because it was like, I don't want to say like a tile pattern, but it kind of was. So like, we had like 4 squares and they were all supposed to be like the same kind of pattern. But I got like one of them wrong. And I'm doing it on paper, so I can't copy paste. Yeah, that's the tricky part, because like I did all of that also on like paper. Like I was putting that thing up to the window for like reflections or whatever, just to try and like get it as symmetrical as humanly possible without any like digital tools or whatever, and I still ended up screwing it up. But like the teacher didn't. The teachers, they thought it was intentional. It's like that was not intentional. I didn't intend for that pattern to turn out that way. But hey, it still looked pretty. It was a happy little accident. Bird wings look like potato wedges. Delicious. I'd eat potato bird. I want to eat a potato bird. recreate that pattern if I wanted to. Cause I just think it was funny how I messed it up without noticing. Like the entire process, I'm like, yes, this is turning out perfectly. And I didn't see the mistake until like after I finished it all and like it was all completed. I'm just like, oh. But sometimes you just gotta embrace the happy little accidents, you know? These fishes. Piemo. Oh, the fishes. I kind of should draw animals more often, but like I'm just not that interested. Yeah, I like animals. They're cute, but I don't feel like drawing them. It's like the only time I've ever had to draw it is for like an art class thing. Would you like a fish? Find the fish. I give you the fish. Art is really fun until you have a meanie teacher critiquing every little mistake harshly and expecting you to be like a printer. Ouch. I think the only critiques my art teachers have ever given me is just I need to be slower. Like, take your time, man. Why are you rushing? I cannot help the rushing. I don't know why. I guess I got kind of lucky with the art teachers I had. They were very chill. But I feel like I got a little unlucky with my professors because, like, I feel like I didn't really learn anything. I already had a one-up on everybody there because I could draw. It makes me sound like a prodigy, but it's like, nah. Anybody who already had the ability to draw stylistically was already, like, leagues ahead of almost everybody else in those classes. I don't know what I'm doing here. I like it. Like, actually teach me shapes, color theory technique. Don't just tell me to copy an image. Yeah. Teach me these things and let me apply them myself onto something. Although sometimes some of these things are kind of like easy to learn yourself if you just study like good art. Or at least art that you like that follows the same like principles that you're trying to learn. Because like I'm mostly self-taught when it comes to like actually like what I like my styling and all that. And it's just that the things that I learned about like art and design or whatever in school, I was like applying it onto the things that I actually liked. It was a little cringy, but like it helps. I feel like that's also like one way to get better at things is kind of applying it to something you already have interest in. I don't have time to study art on my own because of these damn homework stuffs. It do be tricky. It's one of those, it's kind of like one of those things where like if you weren't able to figure it out as a kid, it's kind of harder to explain. And you're trying to help out other people who are getting into like art later. Because like I've been doing like a lot of the same things that I've been doing since I was like younger, so. Although I will say it is possible. But yeah, my art style is mainly inspired by animation meme artists because that's what inspired me, and it slowly developed more and more. Yeah. You find the things that you like, and then you take things that you like again, and you morph it into whatever it is that becomes your art style. Because, like, I consciously cannot figure out what my own art style is, which is why it's like, whenever people describe it to me, I'm like, huh, interesting. That's what you see in my art. Because I've been told my art style looks vaguely Pokemon-ish sometimes. Especially back when I wasn't even into Pokemon, so that was also interesting. Good at drawing girls because as a kid I just drew girls to draw fashion designs and princesses and stuff. Yeah. I remember I used to be able to draw women. I mean, I still can, it's just I don't draw them a lot. I discovered men. Although I will say it's probably easier for me to learn how to draw women because I am woman as well, so. But yes, it's fun learning how to draw things. Your art style is candy and despair. I like that description. That's funny. I know, like, consciously, I want to give off the vibes of, like, 2000s era, late 90s kind of anime aesthetics. But, like, leaning more to the shonen style manga stuff. Or at least the more, like, bold and colorful shonen stuff. Which is weird because I liked a lot of shoujo growing up. But my art style doesn't really look that shoujo anymore. I used to be able to draw it very, very good, like really good. But I can't do it anymore. That's mostly because the ideas I have are also very, like, not slice of life anyway, so, like, yeah. Do not ask what I am doing because I don't even know. I just have an image of Soma on the side and I'm just vaguely drawing a similar outfit. My design philosophy is if it looks cool, it's good. I just remembered. I said princess, I mean. I used to draw cartoony stuff when I was like really little, but then I discovered anime. And I'm like, I like this more. I like the big eyes. The fancy eyes. They look cute. Too much fairy tales in my baby brain. Yo, same. I had a weird phase with like mermaids and fairies. That was funny. But that was like elementary school level, so I don't have much about it. Cause like by the time I started drawing like a lot, I was like really into anime. Well, mostly whatever manga was lying around in my school libraries. I think Tokyo Mew Mew was like the first manga series that I like really got interested in. It kind of shaped the way I also design and draw characters. As well as like Shaman King and Soul Eater. And Black Butler. Black Butler and Blue Exorcist as well. The inspirations are very vast here. I made a chocolate mermaid and the villain was a vegetable witch. I still remember the story. Oh, that's so cute. I used to draw like vaguely monsters related things as well, because like I was really into Monster High when I was younger. I couldn't get the dolls, but I could watch the TV shows. And read like the little series books that they'd sell sometimes that had nothing to do with the other lore that was being written. I couldn't write, so I just drew images only. I can read and understand to memorize the story. I kind of vaguely just, I don't know. I want to be better at like comics and stuff, or at least writing manga. Manga styling. Because I like that aesthetic more. I don't draw comics that much. I draw them sometimes if I feel like really like, ooh, I got a really good idea. Cause there's like I did a silly like Beans Day Twisted Wonderland comic thing that was like based off of a JoJo meme. It's still my proudest achievement, honestly, when it comes to shitposts. I don't know what I'm looking at in this image. Oh, no. I didn't need this at all. Had a Cinderella type story, but the girl sold apples and had zero family, and her name was Apple, and she stitched her own dress. There was no magic. Oh, that's cute. That's very fairy tale like. I used to have like a little story about like little werewolf. It never went anywhere, but I used to draw that character a lot all the time. But I don't anymore. I haven't drawn him in forever, but it's like sometimes I feel like maybe I should. Maybe I should try something with this. I need this to not look perfect. I had another princess who was the most vain, but there was an ugly witch trapped in flower form in the dark, not allowed to marry of the garden, and she got too curious and the witch cursed her. Oh. I'm trying to remember some of the stuff I used to do when I was younger. I remember I made up like a superhero team when I was like really little. It was so silly. I just mostly remember that one of the characters just looked like a purple Shigo. That is like the only memory I have of that, mostly because it was like I was like in kindergarten. The only reason I vaguely remember this is because like the notebook, I still have it lying around somewhere. The witch took her beauty and became a pretty flower and made her ugly to the point of unrecognizability. Not even her own parents recognized her. Oh. It really gives fairy tale energy. I like it. I also had like a few mermaids as characters for a while. That also didn't really go anywhere. Thing I remember the most though was like the werewolf boy and his group of friends solving monster mysteries, because that was something I was into. I feel like I could try making that work, but I don't know. I'm self-conscious. The princess was vain, but not in a bad way. She was actually the most beautiful, and she was still kind and nice, just liked pretty stuff. Oh. I like that. TWST OCs that I have that I still draw sometimes are like my take on like the 7 deadly sins. I still draw them. I've redesigned them a few times. One of the last OCs that I drew was like, I don't think I finished it yet. It was I should probably finish that one. It was a fallen angel character that I had since like forever. I've redesigned him like a few times, but like his general color scheme has not changed. Whereas my dragon twins, they've changed a lot. They're always changing because I can never get the idea correct. Like, the vibe I'm trying to get for them is something that it's like, it's not perfected yet. Because I want them to be opposites of each other visually, but they still look like they're related. It's a weird, complicated task. I think there's something still missing here. Oh yeah, the face. The face marking. Ah. You can't have an oak block design without some face, some ink on your face. I guess that sounds weird. I can't zoom in. Why you no zoom in right? Stop moving! You gotta move away. Can you please? No? No! Ugh. Will you please let me do the thing that I'm trying to do? Mm-hmm. Thank you. There we go, it's working again. That took way too long, honestly. Although I might have to lower this a little bit just so I can see what I'm doing. have ideas. I will probably refine this later, but I want this to look like a little fern or something. Give them a little bit of like a planty pattern. Not that fun. Now it's time for the hard part. The realistic painting. I'm only good at decently sketching realistic people, actually. Like, I can't do full-on painting or whatever, because, like, that's, like, where I'm like, this is not looking good, and I'm getting angry. I don't have the patience for it. I gotta leave. Bye. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. I hope your painting turns out passable. Catch you on the next stream. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Tomorrow. Maybe if I have enough time, I'll draw Mochi, Kalea, and Jake. Yay! Also, I feel like I should point out that this is how you spell his name. It'll slowly be appearing on screen right now. Because I do have a tag for him on my Tumblr. This is an L-I-Y-A or A. How do I spell his name? It's been so long since I've drawn him, I forget his name. No! Because I think I switched it up a little bit last time I drew him. Oh, look, here's my file. Oh, no. Yeah, I spelled it right. Although I don't think I've ever spelled his name correctly, his last name correctly ever. But, like, yeah, it's... I'm dumb who doesn't have Tumblr. That's fine. That's just where it's easier to find it, because most of the stuff I still also post on Twitter, but, like, I think it's gonna be hard to find anything Kalia related on my Twitter because I don't tag it with anything. And I don't think I've ever drawn his, like, I don't think I've ever shared, like, any of his refs or whatever on my Twitter. That was mostly for the Tumblr. But there, that's his name. Just have it on screen. It's just there. think I'm just gonna have this eye have more of the drips. And the other eye is gonna be a little bit different. I want asymmetry on this one. Just vaguely like monkeys. Do have some funny lore that he kind of grew up in one of the same places as Rook, but he was terrified of Rook. Rook scared him. He fears no man but Rook. That one, that scares him. Man of mysterious origins, that one. Well, tomorrow I think I might just do a Twisted Wonderland ranking thing because I don't want to tax my computer too much. And I kind of want to work on this off stream, but I don't know if I will. I keep saying that sometimes, but I don't do it. But I actually want to work on this one off stream. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I kind of like the idea of vaguely having like a little snake on his face. Or at least following along his eyebrows here. music finish? There we go. Honestly, I can't tell if it's being picked up or not. Whatever. Actually, I have a really cool idea right now. I mean, his hair is blocking most of this, but like, maybe if I just get rid of this. Oh, I like this. I like the idea of like having a snake wrapped around this eye. And the other one's just more like planty. Do you see the vision? As I see. Unfortunately, I have to kind of erase a little bit of this. But it gets the idea across perfectly. Oh, he's absolutely perfect. My boy. He's looking absolutely spooky. I might have to go back and like fix the eyelashes a little bit. Or at least kind of go around it in white, just so you can kind of see where they're supposed to be. Or maybe fix his hair a little bit. But yeah, there he is. I'm just gonna put his name right there. There's my boy. I will get him ready for coloring later. And like, actually probably start flat coloring him over like the weekend and tomorrow. Cause like I don't wanna overwork the laptop too much. during these current situations and whatnot, so. Yeah! He almost done. He's ready for color, and also that's how you spell his name. I did not want to do that. But yeah, that's about it for today. Tomorrow, probably gonna do Twisted Wonderland ranking stream thing, but this time it's characters that I'll probably get along with if they were real. Just something a little bit more fun, lighthearted. Although Tuesday we will be finishing Kalia live. But yeah, have a fun rest of the day. Enjoy your Wednesday. Bye-bye.